Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel, and in this video also. So guys, as you can see on the screen, I have I'm just going to share some around 50 to 70 questions. I mentioned here 60 only, basically on Azure Application Gateway, and these are very frequently asked question, real-time questions, and very important. And I'm sure once you go through this video, or you will be going through this video, I'm sure you will be getting lots of knowledge, and you will be having complete confidence to clear the interview if you are going for Azure, and if any question is coming from application gateway. So guys, before going further, I would like to introduce you about my YouTube channel. So I have a YouTube channel where I upload technology videos only, basically networking, security, servers, whatever I can have, I just upload. And as of now, I have uploaded some around 300 or some around 400 videos, different technology, different topics, A plus, N plus, CCNA, server, semantic endpoint, firewall, lots of things. So if you want to more things as per your interest, you can go through my channel and subscribe the videos, and don't forget to comment, share and like this video. So guys, I'm not wasting much time in introduction, so let me go through all the questions with answers. So guys, as you can see, once again, it is going to be application gateway 60 question sessions, and we will be decoding application gateway interview. So the very first question is itself says, before going further, I will tell you, so this entire video is divided in six categories. Six categories means I have taken in six parts. The very first one is general, what is application gateway and all. The next one is performance of application gateway. Next, configuration and configuration, SSL configuration, web application firewall, and diagnostics and logging, basically logs, how you will collect logs and how you can use those logs. So now let me tell you, the very first question is, what is application gateway? Very first question, because you are going for this specific subject, so you should be able to answer. So guys, Azure application gateway is nothing but it is a application delivery controller, basically as a service, offering various layer 7 load balancing capabilities for your applications. So if you want, as I told you, how to configure it, and if you want to understand in detail, you can go to my channel and definitely you will get a video. I've uploaded a couple of videos, and if you wish, you can just subscribe, playlist. There is a playlist by name this one. So here you can find that video. Okay, Azure in India step by step. If you search, you will definitely you will get that video from here, how to configure in detail. So it is just a service, basically. Okay, it offers high available and scalable service which is fully managed by Azure. So these are the characteristics of application gateway. Next question is, what features does application gateway support? Now you have to tell about the features, what and all features it is supporting. So application gateway supports auto scaling, SSL offloading, and end-to-end SSL, web application firewall, cookie-based session affinity, URL path-based routing, multi-site hosting, and others, so many. So if you go through how to configure application gateway, definitely you will get all those options. As of now, I don't have subscription, so I am not able to tell you all those things practically. Next one, what is the difference between application gateway and Azure load balancer? So you should have idea about both, what is application gateway and what is Azure load balancer. So again, I'm telling you, if you subscribe this playlist, definitely you will get even how to configure Azure load balancer, you will get. So here I'm just talking about the basic thing. If we talk about application gateway, it is a layer 7 load balancer, which means it works with web traffic, basically HTTP, HTTPS, or web sockets, or HTTP2. Okay, this is what application gateway. Now if we talk about little bit more, it supports capabilities such as SSL termination, cookie-based session affinity, and round robin for load balancing traffic, load balancer at layer 4. So these are the characteristics of application gateway. Now what about in this, let me go back. So this first is application gateway and this second one is load balancer. Okay, Azure load balancer. So it supports again I'm telling you capabilities such as SSL termination, okay, cookie based session affinity, and it uses TCP UDP layer 4. Next one, what protocols does application gateway support? So application gateway supports HTTP, HTTPS, HTTP2 and WebSocket. Next question guys, how does application gateway support HTTP2? So it is updated version of HTTP. Okay, so it supports in many ways, like HTTP2 protocol support is available to clients that connect to application gateway listeners only, and the communication to backend servers pool is over HTTP 1.1. By default HTTP2 is disabled, so you have to enable it on application gateway. Next question, what resources are supported today as part of backend pool? So in this the backend pool is used to route requests to backend servers which serve the request. So it includes lots of things like NIC, virtual machine, skill sets, public IP addresses, internal IP addresses, fully qualified domain name, and multi-tenant backend like Azure App Services. So these are resources supported today as part of backend pool. Next one, what region is the service available in? Okay, so if we talk about, you should answer this question very smartly. Application gateway is available in all the regions of global Azure, and it is also available in Azure China and Azure government. Next one, is this a dedicated deployment for my subscription or is it shared across customers? So you should answer this again this question very smartly. And application gateway is a dedicated deployment in virtual network. Okay, so it is a dedicated basically. Next one, is HTTP this question is all about like redirection is possible in this application gateway from HTTP to HTTPS. So yes, it is supported redirection, you can configure easily. Next one, in what order are listeners processed? So you have to tell the order of listeners, how does they work, do they work. So first of all, it depends on version of SKU. So if we talk about, or if you are using version 1 SKU, listeners are processed in the order that they are listed. If a basic listener matches an incoming request and the listener processes that request first. See, the situation is very simple. If you are using version 1 SKU and any request is coming, so it will check that incoming request and it will process first. So now if you are using version 2 SKU, what will happen? And in this little bit more, if you can go through here, so configure multi-site listeners before basic listeners to make sure that traffic is routed to the correct backend. Now if we talk about version 2 SKU, multi-site listeners are processed before basic listeners. So if you are using version 1, then it will listen incoming request and that will be processed first. And if you are using multi-site listeners, then you should configure basic listeners before. Or automatically it is by default it is enabled, like if you are using V2 SKU, so multi-site listeners will be processed before basic listeners in this case. Now where do I find application gateway IP and DNS? So guys, for this when using a public IP address as an endpoint, This information can be found on the public IP address resource or on the overview page of the application gateway in the portal. So if you are using, definitely easily you can find it. For internal IP address, this can be found on overview page. So if you go to overview page of application gateway, definitely easily you can find it, IP and DNS. Next one, what is keep alive timeout and TCP idle timeout setting on application gateway? So keep alive timeout on version 1. Again, it is depend on version 1. It is 120 seconds. If we talk about V2, it is 75 seconds, and TCP idle timeout is 4-minute default on front end. VIP of virtual IP of application gateway. Next one, does the IP or DNS name change over the lifetime of application gateway? So in this, the virtual IP or VIP can change if the application gateway is stopped and started. The DNS name associated with the application gateway does not change over the life cycle of the gateway. IP can be, but DNS does not. For this reason, it is recommended that use CNAME alias and point it to the DNS address of the application gateway. In this situation, you should use CNAME. Next one, does application gateway support a static IP address? So yes, it supports. Application gateway version 2 does not support a static IP address. Version 1 will support static internal IP addresses. Does application gateway support multiple public IP address on the gateway? So what should be the answer? Answer should be only one public IP address is supported on application gateway. One public IP address. Next one, how large should I make my subnet for application gateway? So guys, it is depend on the requirement. Basically, application gateway consumes one private IP address per instance. You should be careful about this. Plus another private IP address if a private front-end IP is configured. Apart from this, Azure also reserves 5 IP addresses in each subnet for internal use. The first 4 address and the last IP address, for example, consider 15 application gateway instances with no private front-end IP. Then you need at least 20 IP addresses for the subnet, 5 for internal use and 15 for the application gateway instances. So you need to have your subnet of 27 size or larger. By default, we recommend, or Azure recommend, basically to use 28 bits subnet mark for this. Can I deploy more than one application gateway resource on two or on single subnet? Yes, you can do it. Does application gateway support X forwarder for headers? So yes, it supports. Next one, can Exchange server be used as backend with application gateway? No, it does not. Application gateway does not support email protocols such as SMTP, IMAP or POP. Next one, how long does it take to deploy an application gateway? Does my application gateway still work when being updated? So basically, new application gateway version 1 SKU deployment can take up to 20 minutes, and change to instance size or count are not disruptive, and the gateway remains active during this time. If you are using version 2 SKU, deployment can take up to 5 to 6 minutes to provision. Now, second category of this is performance. So guys, in this they may ask a couple of questions like, how does application gateway support high availability and scalability? So again, if you are using version 1 gateway SKU, it supports high availability scenario when you have 2 or more instances deployed, and version 1 SKU support scalability by adding multiple instances of the same gateway to share the load, and Azure distribute these instances across update and fault domains to ensure that all instances do not fail at the same time. And if you are using version 2 SKU, automatically ensures that new instances are spread across all fault domains and update domains. If zone redundancy is chosen, the newest instances also is spread across ability zone to offer zonal failure resiliency. So this is the difference between gateway v1 SKU and v2 SKU. Next one, how do I archive DR scenario across data centers with application gateway? So customer can use traffic manager to distribute traffic across multiple application gateway in different data centers. What is auto or basically is auto scaling supported in application gateway? Yes, it is supported if you are using SKU2. Does manual scale up down cause downtime? There is no downtime. Instances are distributed across upgrade domains and fault domains. Next question, does application gateway support connection draining? Yes, you can configure connections draining to change numbers which a backend pool without disruption. Can I change instances size from medium to large without disruption? Yes, you can do it without any disruption. You can increase or decrease the size of instances. Next category is configuration. Is application gateway always deployed in a virtual network? Now you have to configure. Yes, application gateway is always deployed in a virtual network subnet. This subnet can only contain application gateway. You will have to create separate subnets, multiple subnets, and if you are configuring this, I'm telling you, if you want to learn how to configure, you can go through that video or that playlist. Can application gateway communicate with instances outside of virtual network? It is in or outside of your subscription. Basically, it is talking, this question is saying you have to communicate with other network which is not in your network. So application gateway can communicate with instances outside the virtual network. They will have to use VNet peering, VPN gateways, and it is possible. And if you want how to configure it, again you can go to my channel and subscribe the videos from there. Next one, can I deploy anything else in the application gateway subnet? No, but you can deploy other applications gateway in the same subnet. Are network security groups supported on application gateway subnet? Network security groups are supported on application gateway. Are user-defined routes supported on application gateway subnet? So again, it is a question of SKU. So for version 1 SKU, user-defined routes are supported on the application gateway subnet as long as they do not alter end-to-end request response communication. Next question, very simple. Do custom probes support wildcards, rejects on response data? So custom probes do not support wildcard or rejects on response data. Next one, can I use application gateway for both external and internal traffic simultaneous? Yes, application gateway support having one internal IP address and one external IP address per application gateway. What is VNet peering supported? Or you can say, is VNet peering supported in application gateway? So yes, it is supported when you need to communicate between two virtual networks and you need to configure VNet peering. Can I talk to on-premises servers when they are connected by express route or VPN tunnel? So yes, as long as traffic is allowed. Can I have one backend pool serving many applications on different ports? Can I have one backend pool serving many applications on different ports? So guys, in this microservice architecture is supported. You would need multiple HTTP settings configured to a probe on different ports. Next one, how are rule processed? So again, it is a question of which version you are using of SKU. So for the version V1 SKU, patterns matching if incoming request is processed. Oh, sorry. And this pattern will be matching. See, pattern matching of incoming request is processed in the order that the path are listed in the URL path. Map of the path based rule. So what kind of configuration you have made, it will consider that one only. And if you are talking about version 2 SKU, an exact match is higher priority than path order in URL path. So you will have to define one path, URL path at the time of configuration. So it is, if you're giving if you are using version 1 SKU, it will try to take pattern matching of incoming request. But if you are using version 2 SKU, then exact match is higher priority than path order in the URL path map. How does the host field for custom probe signifies? In this, host fields specifies the name to send the probe to, and applicable only when multi-site is configured on gateway. Otherwise, it uses 127.0.0, which is default. The value is different from virtual machine host name and is in format protocol HTTP or HTTP is then host, this IP address, port and path. Can I whitelist application gateway access to new source IPs? Yes, you can do it. Can the same port be used for both public and private facing listeners? No, this is not supported. Next category, configuration SSL. SSL is used for security. So what certificates are supported on application gateway? So basically here self-signed certificate, certificate authority certificate, EV certificates and wildcard certificates are supported in application gateway. Next one, what are the current cheaper suites supported by application gateway? So as you can see here, there are lots of current cheaper suites supported. So I have taken this much only for example. And the next one, does application gateway also support re-encryption of traffic to the backend? So yes, it supports, and that is why SSL is used for encryption and security purpose. Next one, can I configure SSL policy to control SSL protocol versions? Yes, you can configure. You can configure application gateway to deny TLS 1.0, TLS 1.1 and TLS 1.2. SSL 2.0 and 3.0 are already disabled by default and are not configurable. Now next one, can I configure cipher suite and policy order? Sorry, this is not cheaper, this is cipher. Okay, yes, you can configure cipher suites and policy orders. Now how many SSL certificates are supported? So basically up to 100 SSL certificates are supported in application gateway. And how many authentication certificate for backend re-encryption are supported? So it is up to 10 authentication certificate are supported with the default of 5. Next one, does application gateway integrate with Azure Key Vault natively. So yeah, no, it is not integrated with Azure Key Vault as of now. How to configure HTTPS listeners or .com or .net sites? So for this, for multiple domain based, or host based routing, you can create multi-site listeners, choose HTTPS as protocol and listeners configuration, and associate the listeners with the routing rules. Now next category is configuration web application firewall, which is known as WAF. Does WAF SKU offer all the features available with standard SKU? Yes. So web application firewall supports all the features in the standard SKU. Next one, what is the CRS version application gateway supports? So it is very important. Application gateway supports CRS 2.2.9 and CRS 3.0. How do I monitor WAF, which is web application firewall? So you can do it. WAF is monitored through diagnostic logging, basically logs you can collect. You can enable multiple logs. Does detection mode block traffic? No, detection mode only logs traffic which triggered a web application firewall rule. Can I customize WAF rules? Yes, we can customize it. And next question, what rules are currently available? So if you talk about WAF currently support CRS 2.2.9 and 3.0, which provides baseline security against most of the top 10 vulnerabilities identified by Open Web Application Security Project. Does WAF support DDoS preventions? Yes, it supports. So guys, last category from this, which is diagnostic and logging. So very simple question, what type of logs are available with application gateway? So there are a couple of you can say a couple of type available. So very first one is like application gateway access logs. Next one is performance log. Okay, access log. This is performance log. Next one is gateway firewall logs. So these are the basic logs you can collect from application gateway. Next one, how do I know if my backend pool members are healthy? So there is a command, you can run that command, get AZ application gateway backend health. So by this command you can find the status of your backend pool members. And there is, you can go to get application gateway diagnostics also. From there also you can find the report. What is the retention policy on diagnostic logs? So basically, diagnostic logs flow to the customer storage account, and customer can set the retention policy based on their preferences. And diagnostic logs can also be sent to an event hub or Azure monitor log. How do I get audit logs for application gateway? So audit logs are available for application gateway in the portal. You just click activity log on the menu blade of the application gateway to access the audit logs. Next question, can I set alert with application gateway? Yes, application gateway does support alerts. Alerts are configured on matrix. Next question guys, how do I analyze traffic statistics for application gateway? So you can view and analyze access logs by several mechanisms such as Azure monitor logs, Excel, Power BI, etc. And backend health returns unknown status. Okay, you are trying to access what is the health of, or you are trying to know, and you are getting unknown status. What could be causing this status? So there are lots of causes or reasons for this. Like the most common reason is access to the backend is blocked by security rules, network security group, custom DNS, or you have a UDR on the application gateway subnet. So guys, in this video, this much questions I have shared with you, very very real time, very important, very basic, and I'm sure this video will be helpful for you guys. And please don't forget to subscribe my channel, comment on this video, share this video, and like this video. Don't forget to hit this bell button so you will be getting all the notifications whatever videos I will be uploading, and like this. And if you have any doubt and queries, you can put. Couple of guys are asking me, and I'm just sharing whatever I can share with them to troubleshoot and fix the problems. One guy was asking one problem, like I have already some sort of, he deployed application gateway, and once he logs in, after a certain time automatically that session is getting logged out. So he asked me a couple of things, so I tried to resolve his problem, and I'm waiting for his response. So like that, you can also put the comment. So guys, till then, bye bye, have a nice time.